Hello and welcome back to the Props Optimizer show for NBA props. We're going to be breaking it down. I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann. We're going to start with a little review and then get into our picks. We're 8-1 so far on the season. We were 2-1 last night. Unfortunately, Steph got it done. Went into OT. He got 7 assists. He had a real hot first quarter in the assist department, and that was enough to put us over when we were going under. But Hartenstein put it up. He had 14. We had 20 out of top end. So if you laddered, like I said, it would could be beneficial. It absolutely was. I went up to 18 points, which was plus 540. It was a pretty good night, all things considered, even though we missed that the Steph prop. Broke our, perfect streak. Unfortunately, it was going to end at some point this season anyways. Now, let's get over to it. We got 3 for today. Starting with Draymond Green. We're going over. He's been over in 60% of the last 5, 50% of the last 10, 100% this season. We're at 11.5 rebounds plus assists. LineStar is at 13.2, and the consensus is at 17.1. I think Draymond's in an interesting spot here. The reason being is with him starting at the center, he is just so much. He can do so much more for this team. Rebounds the ball better. He's still involved in offense and facilitating. I think 11.5 with him at center is just too low. And we're getting plus 100. We're getting even money on that on FanDuel. So I really, really like the spot there for Draymond to get it done. Thank you guys for showing up. J Gate, always appreciate it as always. Now let's get after it. Let's keep it rolling. Now our next one, we're going to KCP, and we're going to go lower than 12.5 points plus assists. LineStar is at 11.1. Consensus is 11.9. Both projections well to the under here. And I think KCP is in an interesting spot. Also on, I believe it's DraftKings, we're at minus 105, so decent odds there. And look, he changed teams, so he may have a little bit bigger of a role than he did, but that's just not the player he is to have a giant role. He is a 3-and-D guy, and this pretty much comes down to, is he hitting his shot or not? Now, the Miami Heat are a solid defensive team. We got a 231 total, which is high, but over the last 20 games, he's averaging 8.3 points and 2 assists per game. That is 10.3. Don't think it's very likely that he's going to get to the over in this spot, so let's hammer the under. Last but surely not least, we're going to the other side of that game, and we're going Jaime Jaquez higher than 4 rebounds. If you want to go 4.5 on a sports book, it makes total sense, and we're getting plus money on that. I like this spot for Jaime, as our projection is 4.3. Consensus is 5.5. The man played 30 minutes. And I believe he should be, more involved this year. He did come off the bench, was a close game versus Orlando, so he got some extra minutes with it, but he had 6 rebounds. And what we have seen when he gets playing time, he is generally hitting the boards fairly hard. So I like this spot. I think 4 for him is about the floor. Could he get 3? Yes. I just don't think 3 is very likely. I think we're looking at 5+ here being a fairly likely situation. And in sports books, getting plus money on that, plus 110 on Fanatics, plus 112 on FanDuel, 105 on MGM. The consensus is plus 109. For that spot. So just make sure you're pricing that out and you're getting the best value you possibly can. So those are our 3 prop bets for the day. We got Draymond Green higher than 11.5 rebounds plus assists. We got KCP lower than 12.5 points plus assists. And we got Jaime Jaquez higher than 4.5 if you want to go on your sports books and get some plus money. Do you think Evan Mobley for 20 points is too much? It is absolutely a good spot for Mobley. My only concern there is that I think he's probably going to be limited some minutes here. But let's take a little closer look at it, Trevor. All right, so we got Mobley here. 21.5 is what the line is. We're at 21.3. Consensus is at 24. Without Garland, he gets a big bump up in his production. I know fantasy point wise, he goes to like 1.5 almost without Garland. And he is, for points per 100 without Garland, he is at 31.3. So I think 20 can definitely happen, Trevor. I don't think it is a terrible bet. I would say he probably goes higher than 20, and he's most likely in that 21 to 24 range. My issue here is that I think they're going to absolutely roll Brooklyn. And with that, you're looking at probably 28 to 30 minutes for him instead of 36 like he played versus New York 2 nights ago. So I don't mind the bet. Good luck on it, and we will check it out later. Good morning, Snoop. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, we appreciate it. And you accidentally picked him. Hey, I think you got a really good price at 20.5. I mean, he's up quite a bit. He's up to 21 on PrizePicks. He's up to 22 on DraftKings, 21-5 on FanDuel. So you're getting some closing line value there. So I don't think it's a bad one whatsoever. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. Just a reminder, our 3 picks, we got Draymond Green higher than 11.5 rebounds plus assist. KCP under 12.5 points plus assists. And Jaime Jaquez higher than 4 rebounds. That'll do it for us today, guys. We will be back in 20 minutes or so with the DFS show. And then later this afternoon, we got Underdog show coming out for week 8 in the NFL and the NFL DFS show for week 8. See you guys later. Thank you for joining us. Peace.